Hi, I'm Ralph Black. I was on the band in the early 60s, 60 to 63, and had a lot of great times. First thing I want to do is we had a tribute to Marion Evans by the 1940s band in the 2012 reunion. So I want to talk a little bit about Marion. He was born in Goodwater, Alabama, and he started his musical journey as a youth playing trumpet. When he was discharged from the Marines, after World War II, he enrolled at Birmingham Conservatory at Birmingham Southern. And after graduating, he wanted to perfect his arranging skills. So he came to Auburn and was hired as a staff arranger for the Auburn Knights. While at Auburn, Marion Evans wrote arrangements to feature many players, certain players in particular, like Graham Thomas, for example. The Knights had some great trumpet players back in the 50s, too. Jimmy Taylor, Rudy Blackmore, Al Norman, just to mention a few. You may have wondered how Marion went from writing arrangements for the Auburn Knights to some of the greatest names in show business. Some of the great talents include Tony Bennett, Judy Garland, Steve Lawrence, Eddie Gourmet, Sammy Davis Jr., Tommy Dorsey, and even Benny Goodman. Graham Thomas tells the story that one day at Auburn, Marion had heard that Tex Beneke was playing in Montgomery, and Marion had just finished an arrangement that he wanted to take to Tex Beneke, and Graham stayed up all night copying the charts, and Marion took it to Montgomery to Tex Beneke. A few weeks later, he received a call from Beneke saying that Marion, was hired, and Marion was off to the Big Apple. Once in New York, Marion Evans' career took off. He had written arrangements for 65 gold records and 17 television shows, and one of those was the closing theme for Johnny Carson's Tonight Show. He orchestrated 11 Broadway shows, and he received Grammys with Steve Lawrence for Go Away Little Girl, and Eddie Gourmet for Blame It on the Bossa Nova, and Tony Bennett for 5 arrangements on Tony's 2012 album, Duets. And Marion tells an unusual story about a man who came up to him in the early 50s and asked him to produce an album for his girlfriend, whom he thought was a singer. He told Marion that money was no object, and when Marion went to get the man's substantial check, he found out that the man, Ted McNabb, was a major stockholder and part owner of the Bell and Howell Company. Marion put a top-notch band together that included Doc Severinsen, Irby Green, Al Cohn, Zoot Sims, and Milt Hinton. However, they quickly found out that the girl was tone deaf. Must have been a looker, huh? The McNabb said, forget about the girl and just do the album of the band because it was such a great band. McNabb liked that album so much that he bought 100,000 copies of it for his friends and customers. And he wanted to do a second album, but he died suddenly at age 40. You may have wondered about that arrangement that Marion took to Montgomery to Tex Beneke, the one that really kicked off his career. Well, every band that the Auburn Knights have put together over the years has played it. Pennies from Heaven. He certainly made a significant contribution to the field of popular music in the last 60 years or so, and he is still working here in 2012 at age 86. Currently, he's working with Tony Bennett again and Lady Gaga on a new album.